Good morning. Welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me, hi, hello. My name is Mayya, and I am your host of Motivation and Muscles with Mayya Ting. I already had coffee this morning. I didn't even make a smoothie yet. I'm just sitting here. I am just sitting here because I had a quote for you guys. Let me find this quote. I need to get my cover to my MacBook is coming apart. You know what? Okay, let me pull it up. I found a quote and I added it to my Facebook, I think, and my Instagram too. Let me see if I can find it because I want to talk about it. Oh, let me turn you guys around a little bit. Let's see. Where is it at? Okay, here is the quote, and this is what we're going to focus on. Oh, you're a little crooked. I'm so sorry. There we go. You get tested the most when it's time for you to elevate. Stay strong. Everyone tries to skip the struggle, not knowing that's where character is built. Let's talk about it. Now, raise your hand if you love a good struggle. I hate struggle. I hate being on the struggle bus. I hate struggling. I like things to be easy. I like things to be seamless. I like things to go my way. I like for other people's lives to go the way I feel like they should go. Who's a control person? Me. I want to control everything, and I don't want there to ever be any issues. I like things to go from point A to point B. In my life, I don't plan for a plan C because A is going to work, not even a B, because A is going to work. And I don't prepare normally in my mind for a struggle or a hiccup or anything. Let me read this once again. You get tested the most when it's time for you to elevate. Stay strong. Everyone tries to skip the struggle, not knowing that's where character is built. We want our character to be built without the struggle. Now that's just the real. Excuse my struggle bun. For real. You know, when I think about this quote, the first thing I think about is a rubber band. When you first buy a pack of rubber bands, right? You know, when you try to take one and you pull it apart, it's taut, it's tight, right? Because it hasn't been used. But if you keep pulling it and keep pulling it, the same with a balloon, you know, when you get a brand new balloon, you stretch it a little bit, so it will have more give. So you will have more air to put into the balloon to blow it up. Does that make sense? So back to the rubber band. You keep doing it. You keep doing it. And what happens is the elastic in the band gets stretched. It gets more pliable, right? You know, I love a gym analogy. That's one of the reasons why in the morning or when you first start working out, before you start working out, you should stretch. Loosen up those limbs. You know, you've been sleeping for about 6 to 8 hours. And sometimes you wake up a little stiff, and before you just go into a routine, you should warm up, right? You should warm up. But even in that warm up, even with pulling the rubber band, you do go through a period of being uncomfortable. The rubber band is trying to loosen up the elastic, and it takes some pulling, some stretching of that band, some pulling and stretching of your muscles to get them warmed up so your body can be prepared to do the exercise or the workout or the training that you're going to do. And stretching, I don't know about you, is uncomfortable. It's not something I look forward to. I just want to get right into the workout. It's a struggle for me to stretch, to remember to stretch, because I hate it, to be quite honest. But it's necessary. Because in the stretch is where you are telling your muscles, okay, we're stretching, but there's a purpose. And we're going to learn something from this stretching. And I want you to be the best that you can be, muscles, so we can work you, so we can break you down. Okay, we're going to break the muscle fibers down to rebuild, thus forming a muscle. It's in the struggle, it's in those valley moments where we learn. And that's sad. But it's what happens. It's never when we have money in the bank and all the bills are paid and we have thousands of dollars in the bank and we have options, right? It's always when we're negative or we're down to the last couple of dollars in the bank where we become real humbled and we learn. That's when we learn in the struggle. That's when your character is being formulated and molded. Because guess what? The reality is you're not going to always be positive in the bank. You're going to be negative sometimes. Jesus, no. And I'm not speaking that on you guys. I'm just saying stuff is not going to always work your way. Now, I'm not saying we should look forward to struggle, but we should be prepared. Because it's three things that a human goes through. It's either you're coming out of a struggle or a valley moment. You're about to go into one. Okay, so you came out of one. You're about to go into one, or you're currently in one. Those three things. Struggle is just right around the corner. Something's not going to go our way. It's always right around the corner, and we need to always be prepared. And not just prepared strength-wise to go through the struggle, but be prepared to learn something from the struggle. Me, I am that girl. When I see struggle coming this way, I go this way. I avoid it at all costs if I can. And then what happens is when struggle catches up to me, I clutch my imaginary pearls. I'm like, oh my goodness, why me? I did everything right. And God be like, that's not even the reason why I brought it to your attention. This is not the reason why I allowed you to go through this struggle. I want you to learn something. I want you to get closer to me. We don't want that. Because as humans, we run away from pain. Ladies, if we're trying on shoes and we walk in them, if they're a little too tight or uncomfortable, what do? We immediately take them suckers off and we put on shoes that are comfortable. We live our lives primarily based on being comfortable. We put a meal in the microwave, 30 seconds, it comes out, it's warm. If we want it extra hot, we put it back in, 30 seconds, we take it out, it's warm. It's to our liking. We go out to eat. Ma'am, sir, how do you want your steak? We tell them how we want it. We want it medium. And if it comes back and it's still a little underdone, we send it back. We want to always be comfortable and convenient. And rightfully so, right? But in that, we become spoiled and we are not prepared for valley moments. And then when those moments come, I know what I do a lot of the time. I crawl in my bed with my emotional support cat who is right here watching. Because my cat knows if I need a good cry, that cat will leap right over here and get to me. But anyway, so when a valley moment happens, I struggle. And I put so much emphasis and focus on the struggle and the valley moment, I don't even leave room for God to work. Because I'm just so emotional. I am so in my own way. I'm so in my head. It's hard for me to come out and not focus so much on that thing, that struggle, that valley moment, that I miss the goodness in the struggle that God is trying to do. It's hard. I have not arrived. I will only arrive when I meet Jesus. But while I'm here, I'm just sharing what's on my heart and what's on my mind. I'm not the teacher. I'm not trying to show you how to do things. I'm just showing you how I'm able to process and just to share a little bit of me with you. And if you totally don't agree, that's fine. Let's talk about it, right? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about the real. I don't want to talk about the fake phony. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. You know, I may not come on Beyonce and Luther Vandross internet every day, you know, being 100% transparent, because a lot I need to keep to self, because this is my life, right? But those areas that I feel comfortable, I share. I share in hopes to help someone or give someone a new perspective or a mindset on things. And I expect the same thing from you guys. When you do message me, I mean, I learn a lot. I may not always agree, but I learn. And the first thing when something happens to us, or we're entering into a season of struggle or a season of a valley moment, right? Maybe what we need to do, including myself, is to stop and breathe. Stop. S is for stop. T is for think. O is for operate in the spirit. Do not sin. P is for pray. Use the 4-7-8 method. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 7, and exhale for 8. Using those methods, and just stop and say, what is God trying to teach me? What am I supposed to get out of this? Because let me tell you something, God is just not sitting on his throne just saying, oh, that girl right there with the pinkish red robe, we're going to give her hell today because I feel like it. God is not playing chess with our lives like that. There's purpose. He has purpose. He's the ultimate purpose, right? You get tested the most when it's time for you to elevate. Stay strong. Excuse me. Everyone tries to skip the struggle, not knowing that's where character is built. If you want to follow me on Facebook, I post things like this all the time. And my Facebook name is Mayya Allen. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, it's Mayya Allen, altogether, _fit, F-I-T. Feel free to join the Fit fam over there. So let's just focus a little bit. It is 8:10 in the morning here in Georgia. I like to get these videos out anywhere between 9 and 9:30 in the morning so we can get our day started right and get our hearts postured in the right direction. So let's do 5 minutes. Let's go. And that's 5 minutes. So yeah. Let me read it again. You get tested the most when it's time for you to elevate. Stay strong. Everyone tries to skip the struggle, not knowing that is where character is built. And when it says stay strong, it's not so much in your ability, but your ability to give your weaknesses to God. That's strength, because it's hard. And again, choose your hard, right? My strength, my physical strength is nothing, because in this world, we're not fighting against each other. We're fighting against an enemy, a real enemy. And the only way we can fight is through submission and on our knees, giving it to God. And that is not easy. Once again, I have not arrived. I struggle too, because it's innate that when I get into a moment of struggle, the first thing I want to do is try to fix it myself, or to crawl into a fetal position and stay there and cry. We're built different, you and I. We got to do better because we know better. And another thing is, you don't even have to do it alone. We're forming a community of people, imperfect, broken people, and that's okay. So I'm going to go. I will talk to you guys later for our exercise challenge. Be ready. I'm going to make sure I do it downstairs so I can have access to those 15-pound dumbbells. And yeah, you guys have a blessed one. I love you, and there ain't nothing you can do about it.